the other thing I wanted to watch is we're going to talk about this big Power Ranger debacle. I haven't watched this video yet. As far as I know, it shows off everything. But the New York Toy Fair was this weekend. A bunch of people got to go and see the first look at Playmate's version of Power Rangers toys. The Power Ranger Reignition line that they have been teasing a bunch. So we're going to take a look at the line. I'm going to let you know my thoughts on it. I'm going to let you know what's happening with Power Rangers and more so what's not happening with Power Rangers. This is from Pixel Dan. I think it's just the actual toys, so I'm going to pause it a lot and talk about the toys as we go through them.
We start the line with the Auto Morphin Power Rangers, which are very kid-directed.
The Auto Morphin figures. The Auto Morphin figures are the first ones we got leaked. And let me just say, these are probably the ugliest figures of the whole bunch. I cannot even these are god-awful looking. One, they're just proportionally terrible. First off, before you're like, Hawk, you're just going to be negative the whole time. These are, trust me, these are the ones I'm going to be worst on. The rest of the figures I think look actually really good. These are hot dog shit, dude. Look at the actual hinge right here that I feel like has never been on an Automorphin figure that we've ever gotten. The actual hinge looks terrible. The body proportions look terrible. The face sculpts, you can't see them as well here as you can in the actual pictures. If anyone has the actual pictures, you can throw them in the Discord. But the actual face sculptures aren't great either. There's just nothing. I was going to say there's nothing about these figures that are good. I take that back. The fact that the weapons are painted on these figures is kind of crazy. Other than that, there's nothing about these figures that are good. These are the $9.99 ones, and these are just straight up hot dog shit. They're not better than the Automorphin figures that we just had a year or two ago. So why even do this? I get that they're oh, people remember these, but then you look at them and these are trash. So this one, absolute fail, Playmates on the Automorphin figures.
You see in the show every day. They go from, aspirational teen hero to superhero Power Rangers with a quick flip of a button. So it's got a
That's not what you see in the show every day. That is not how morphing works in the show, but whatever. Here we go. Better look at the faces here. They just don't look good. They're the worst Automorphin figures we've ever gotten. They're so bad. But like I said, hey, the weapons are painted, which I did not expect, and I will give it up to them for that. Other than that, these are dog shit. Also, everybody, I get that it's accurate. Everybody puts the fucking holster here so that the gun can come in, but it feels so wasted space here, right? Look at Zach and Jason being Zordon sent us to war. We were just teenagers. We were just boys. Why are we here? Dude, the proportions are so bad. It's everything about this figure except for the painted weapons is terrible. Like I was saying, the holster doesn't need to be in every figure. I get that they have holsters in the show sometimes. It doesn't need to be on every figure because it just looks shitty here. The line gets much better.
6 Rangers, and they all have an action.
Hey, you know what? Rita doesn't look bad. She's cheap. I get it. She's cheap. She's supposed to be a kid's toy. She's not a collector's edition. She's not like a lightning collection or a Super 7 Ultimates. She looks great for the price point that she's going to be. I think they're $9.99. Perfect.
Feature as well. Press their hand back and they'll.
Again, perfect. The villains, the monsters of the week and other thing, they look great. Goldar, great. There's other pictures of him where this looks red for some reason. I don't know why, but these look fantastic.
Spring-loaded kind of stuff.
Raising the arm, twisting the head.
Yeah, cool.
Sphinx, cool. Fabu, and Squat. Honestly, no notes. These look good. These look great, and they're all they were just talking about. They're spring-loaded, or you squeeze the legs, or move the arms, and they do things. Rita right here says, press the lever on the back, and her arms move. She's casting that spell.
So the battle bikes are featured in the series as well. So we've got your
Rangers battle bikes. Look at this, guys.
And they can battle the bad guys when they leap off their bikes as well.
Sorry, let me minimize it so you guys can see it a little better.
So we've got your Rangers zooming into action, and they can battle the bad guys when they leap off their bikes as well.
That is the coolest shit ever. That was the coolest shit ever. You know what? Sold. Sold. I don't even think their bikes look like this, but cool. That was cool as hell. There's also one other thing. You can probably see it better here.
Yes.
Is this the King Oger armor, guys? Is this the King Oger armor on Billy? You just, paint the Tonboger logo on there, paint the dragonfly, boom. You got Mighty Morphin King Ogers. It works. I laughed at that when the first time I saw it. I was like, this looks like the King Oger armor. I don't know why it's done like that. Like, there's no way they made this without King Oger at least in mind, right? Because if I had to, like, in my mind, make some armor for a motorcycle, it's not gonna have this little window on it. Whatever. I think these are perfectly fine toys. I grew up in a time in the 90s, I don't know how many people remember this, but you had toys for shows that were never shown in the shows at all. I had a Batman, like 6 animated series Batmans that were different styles of Batmans that were never ever in the show. So like this stuff doesn't bother me that much.
We have the articulated action figures.
These are the toys that they were teasing with their silhouettes on the Instagram. These are like, I think the $9.99 not collectors, like I said, not Lightning Collection version of the toys. And let me just say, fucking Cook, these are good figures. These are good figures for $9.99. Are you kidding me? These are great. Well, there's a couple of things. Kimberly doesn't have the white on her helmet for some reason, and this could change by the time we come out. Trust me. Toy Fair is known for just throwing out prototypes. I think this said 2026 these were coming out, or end of 2025. So like these could definitely just be prototypes, and there's so much time to change stuff. So that's one thing. Bring it down so you guys can see green too. These are great figures for the price point and everything.
5 1/4 inch, fully articulated, more show specific.
5 1/4 inch
assortment that'll be available mid 2025.
Mid 2025. These are great. These weapons are painted too. I don't think the dragon dagger's painted right, if I'm not mistaken. That is not what that looks like, brother. It's missing so much. But like I said, the rest of these look great, and there's still time for it to change.
Ultimate Megazord. That's one Megazord already pre-built with lights and sounds, fully articulated.
Okay, did you hear that? This Megazord does not come apart. It is pre-built, lights and sounds. You press the middle out right there. Obviously, it makes sounds. It's got the power sword and everything. I don't know the price for this one yet. I am like super into this. I think this looks cool. Yeah, and it's not a bad Megazord figure. It's basic, but like it's gonna be cheap as hell. It's probably not more than $20.
So press the button on his chest, his eyes light up, and you get lights and sounds and music from the show.
That's cool as hell. Cool that kids can play with it without fear of it falling apart. Exactly. And if you just want like a display piece to throw it up somewhere, like I said, it's for kids. But if you just like, oh man, I never had a Megazord, I can throw it up there and have a display piece.
Here we go. Right here we have the individual Dragon Swords.
Here is the combining one. I think these are just right above the Automorphin figures. I think these look bad. I get what they're going for, cheap as possible. Kids can play with them, kids can combine them. But like, man, in terms of Megazords that we've had in the past that can do this thing, and don't forget, these are sold separately. These are sold individually. So you buy the Saber-tooth Tiger, you buy that. They could use a lot more detail. They do look offish. They look a little blocky, which will be a through line throughout these toys.
We have the 3 smaller ones, the Pterodactyl, the Triceratops, the Saber-tooth Tiger, and over here we have the T-Rex and the Mastodon, and they all build all 5 in 1 to the Megazord in a couple different modes.
Plastic is so cheap and the lack of paint is terrible. Yeah, I don't think I'm too far off in one. The sword right there looks great though. I don't think I'm too far off in thinking that these will probably be the least selling of the whole line. I don't think people are going to be enticed to buy a whole Megazord bit by bit. I think they're going to buy the pre-made Megazord, especially for kids, because if you have a pre-made Megazord and you can just run around and play with it and smash it against things when you're a child and that's how you play, I think that's a lot more enticing than, oh, smash it against, oh, the fucking leg fell off. Because that's what happens a lot with, I have a Dino Charge Megazord that my kid plays with all the time, and she loves playing with it. It's just every time she does something with it, something falls off. Look at that lean on the Megazord. He's drunk.
What's the
He does have an insane lean there.
This stands about 15 inches.
15 inches?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
15 inches is nuts, though. I will say, 15 inches is a very big Megazord. But you had 15 inches to work with, and he just looks so plain and undetailed.
So the T-Rex and the Mastodon, they're bigger boxes, so it's like a higher price point on these two.
Actually, they're all the same price point.
All the same price point, okay.
About 18 bucks times 5.
$18 a piece. Sure, if you're a completionist, I get it. If you're a collector, I get it. You're going to buy these, and you're going to buy them for the full price point. I think this will be the worst selling pieces in this whole set, and it's going to be, you can get them on Raw Special for 20 bucks for the whole thing.
Excuse me, guys.
Sorry.
Can I just say, this is a fucking win. This is a huge win. I have an Operation Overdrive mask like this that my kid plays all the time. Or wall mask. Exactly. Not everybody can afford Lightning Collection helmets, especially now with how expensive they are. But like plastic masks that your kid can mess up and ruin, and you could just go to the store and buy a new one for 10, 15 bucks. That is a win, guys. You can collect the whole set and have them on your walls, make a nice display piece. This is like such a good idea. Like I said, this whole line is children's line. They said a collector's line could be coming in the future. This is one of the biggest wins I've seen, honestly. The green is way off, but this is one of the biggest wins I've seen in this whole collection.
And then roleplay has always been a big piece of the DNA for the Power Rangers. And then the Power Morpher is how in every episode they turn into the Power Rangers. So we've done it where it's lights and sounds, it will open and close. Comes with 5 power coins, and as you put each of the power coins in the morpher, it'll recognize that power coin and it'll change the phrases according to that dinosaur and that character.
That is fun.
Let's talk about the morpher real quick. And I'm gonna grab these two. This is not a flex. I'm gonna show you comparison. The Lightning Collection Master Morpher. This is the Lightning Collection Master Morpher. So for the regular one, I don't have the Lightning Collection regular one, but think of it without the like super gold around it. But look at the coin. It's a nice gold. This is the Legacy Collection Morpher, Tommy Morpher. Gold coin, kind of like, I forgot what they call it, something washed. Now let's go back to this one. Starting with the negatives, you can obviously see it's very, very blocky. It's very blocky, very straight, very angular. Whereas this one, this is the Legacy, a little more beveled, right? On the edges and stuff, which is how they are on the show. This one is a straight up Minecraft Morpher. Straight up Minecraft Morpher. I think this goes for like $16.99. My biggest gripe with these is the coins. I think the coins look terrible, look cheap, but I gotta be 100% honest, guys. For $16.99 and for a kid's toy, I can get over this. I can get over this 100%. Like Shane said, it's an affordable version of a Morpher that I don't have to be like, this is my collector's Morpher and you can't play with it, my 3-year-old daughter. It's 16 bucks and I can go here. Do whatever you want with it. I'll buy 5 of them if I want to for a display, and I can display all 5 of them, and I can have every coin, and the rest I can just give away. Like, it's a kid's toy, and I don't have to like clutch at it and be like, I don't know if this line is going to end and when I'll ever get another one of these, because it's $16. It's fine for what it is. Like I said, it's a Minecraft Morpher. It's a little blocky, but also, can we talk about 40 sounds is a lot? 40 sounds is a lot. I don't know if the Lightning Collection Morphers have that. For a child, it's perfect. And there hasn't been a regular MMPR Morpher that I could just buy for my child and go, here. There you go.
And of course we got the Blade Blaster, which every Ranger has. It starts as a blaster with lights and sounds, but of course, call it a Blade Blaster for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, quickly morphs into the other shape.
That's so sick.
And
the last time that was available, the Legacy Collection. They didn't have a Lightning Collection Blade Blaster. And this one doesn't transform like that one. This one comes out, I believe it's much bigger. This one comes out, pushes in like that. To get the blade out, it's like that, and it's a switchblade, but it doesn't light up or anything. Has a light up blade, looks much more plasticky, but you know what? It's $20. And for that price, hell yeah, this looks good. And hell yeah, I'll pick it up. Like, I could pick up this whole line for less than $300, which is insane. And I'm not bashing the Lightning Collection line by any means. It's great that we had all these collector's items, but it feels good to have something that's not a collector's item that I would feel that I can go, here, hand it over to my kid. Will I make a review? Absolutely. I'll make a review when they come out.
available a little bit later. Of course, you can use the flute, and
It's very small, but I'm gonna say it again. This is for kids. It's very small, probably $20. It's for kids. I can get over it.
And it comes with a coin. Does that work with the morpher?
Yes, this comes with the power. Thank you for not letting me forget.
And it comes with a dragon coin that then goes into the morpher and unlocks more sounds.
Which is the exact scale and articulation of the 1994 Rangers.
Hey, you know what? I had these for the longest time. They're super sick. That's how the toys were back then. Plushies, these will fly off the shelves. I guarantee you. The plushies will fly off the shelves. Okay, and the other video I wanted to pull up is from Toa, where he actually asked them about other things besides MMPR.
Sorry?
How long do you think the toy line has been out for right now? No, I'm talking about like for right now, what you have made.
Mighty Morphin we're focusing on, we haven't made half of 2026 yet.
We haven't made half of 2026 yet. That means everything we just saw early 2026. That being the stuff on the end, the dragon dagger and stuff, early 2026.
3 seasons of this, so the toy line will probably be on Mighty Morphin for 2 to 3 years.
The toy line will be on Mighty Morphin for 2 to 3 years. Ninja suits, you've got the other Zords, you've got the White Ranger and all that stuff to go through 2025, 2026, 2027. 3 years of it.
And then you guys plan on expanding to other.
Yeah, we can go into any ones we want to choose to.
They can go into any season they choose to. They have the master license, not just for Mighty Morphin.
If there's new entertainment, we can go there.
If there's new entertainment, we can go there.
Okay. All right.
But that's not planned yet either or announced yet either.
But that's not planned or announced yet either. If he would have said, that's not announced, I'd be like, there's new Power Rangers coming. They at least know what it looks like. That's not planned yet and that's not announced yet tells me they don't know what the fuck the next Power Rangers looks like. They have zero clue what the next season / movie / new entertainment that he said, they have no idea what that looks like. So they're not even working on those toys yet.
They're just focusing on Mighty Morphin for right now.
Yeah, for the launch years, yeah.
For the launch years, just focusing on Mighty Morphin. And let me tell you why. We head over to a tweet from the Montyverse who was there in person and gave a lot of sick pictures and stuff as well. It says, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition, all about bringing a whole new audience to the entertainment, aka the younger generation of kids. Plan is to power up the socials with new short form content like stop motion and work with creators like the Ninja Kids. If you don't have a 2 to 6 year old, I don't expect you to know who the Ninja Kids are. Trust me when I say that these are like big time children's content creators. The Ninja Kids are actually huge. So like this is a very good best foot forward type of thing when it comes to getting the younger generation, the newer generation, into Power Rangers. Direction of toys is 10% collector, 90% kid directed. And this goes back to the whole line that we just saw. And maybe we get more collector stuff down the line that is not planned yet or is not announced yet, but that was all kid stuff. And you could tell by one, the plasticiness of it, the quality of it, and two, the price point of it all. Second part to this tweet. Here's where a lot of people got their nuts in a bunch. Playmates, in association with Hasbro, is using AI to digitally enhance Season 1 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to be released on YouTube and Netflix. Now even more phenomenal with the power of AI. Season 1 will start dropping in July, with more to follow. The goal of Reignition is to build a new generation of PR fans, and this is another step towards that. AI is a gigantic buzzword right now that companies will use to get support, funding, get you behind them, because people that don't know what AI is and think AI is the future will go, AI powered. Let's go. AI in the online sphere has a very negative connotation. Everyone thinks of a certain kind of AI. It's called generative AI. It's the AI being trained off of millions of artists' work around the world without their consent, without their say-so, and bringing that training data, those images and all that stuff into this AI engine, and then spitting out something that's basically copying those artists and meshing them all together. And when you see like someone put in like, oh, design Power Rangers, but to use this, that, and they put it in an AI engine and spits it out. That's what you're thinking of, or what you see as generative AI. That is what's pretty universally known as bad, because one, it steals from artists. Two, it takes away, doesn't credit any of those artists, and it takes away all that human part of creativity. I personally, and if I'm wrong in July, trust me, I will eat my words, and I will be the first to admit it. I personally don't think that's what this is. I think this is what we call AI upscaling, which has been used for a decade now. It's probably in your computer screen or your TV screen or your phone screen, whatever you're watching me on right now, to upscale images from 480 pixels to 1080 pixels. A lot of, like I said, we've done it in a lot of old movies. We've done it in a lot of older television and everything, to upscale it to 4K and that kind of stuff. I think that's what's happening here. If this is different, and if this is like 2010 Power Rangers, where they were like, we're going to redo MMPR and put new lightning effects and fire effects and explosive effects on it, and those will be generated by AI, then that is very bad. That is the bad part. AI upscaling doesn't always work, like Cody said, and it doesn't always look great. Sometimes it looks very good. The Digimon, and this is, don't get me wrong, this is different because it's animation. Discotech just did Digimon reanimated, redubs and stuff that are AI upscaled, and those look very good. But it doesn't always come out that way, and it depends on how much money you put into it, and it depends on how much you use. So I think that's what they mean when they say AI here. Now, the other question, which I've seen in chat a lot during this stream, is, do children watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Why would children buy toys based off this 30-year-old show? And let me say, as a parent, I've got some bad news for you guys. That might be the most childless Twitter take I've ever seen. And before becoming a parent, I wouldn't have thought that. And of course my daughter is gonna know Power Rangers, because look at behind me. Of course my daughter's gonna know Power Rangers. But the other side of this is, she has cousins and friends that I have interacted with that I have zero influence over, who can look at the red Mighty Morphin Ranger and go, that's Power Rangers. Or the Megazords and go, oh, Power Rangers. In the same way that a parent can go into Transformers 1 a few months ago, see a red truck that transforms and not know the name of it, or name it anything and go, that's Optimus Prime. And the movie goes, oh, Orion Pax. And the parents go, no, that's Optimus Prime. That's a red truck that transforms. That is the kind of brand awareness that the owners of Power Rangers for the past 15 years have wanted and have achieved. Mighty Morphin just is Power Rangers now to this generation. So do I think that children will buy toys of a 30-year-old show that they haven't seen? Yeah. Do I think that now rebranding it on Netflix like this and having it on the front page and shouting it as new, and then you turn it on and it's this like crisper looking, maybe, fingers crossed, crisper looking of my version of Mighty Morphin, do I think that will get kids into Power Rangers? Yeah, I do. If you're a parent and you're looking for something on Netflix, you just scroll and your child will go, what's that? I want that one. I've discovered so many shows that way. I've never watched Dinosaur King before. My kid watches Dinosaur King all the time. She loves it. But there's tons of shows on Netflix on the front page that we just scroll and she goes, let's watch that one. And that's gonna happen so much. The other side of it is, do I think this is the best way to get people into Power Rangers, or to get people to come back to Power Rangers? Absolutely fucking not. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea, but hey, it will probably work with the audience that they're aiming at, which I said is 3 to like 9 years old. And when you say, why wouldn't they watch Dino Fury? Because they don't know the difference and they don't care the difference. Whatever one comes up first on that Netflix screen, they're gonna go, that one. If they're intrigued and want to know what want to get into Power Rangers, they're gonna go, that one. So like I said, do I think this is the best way? Do I think this is the most exciting way as a Power Rangers fan for 30 years to do this? Not really, no. But am I who they're aiming at? Also no. I hope they get enough people through this that something good comes out of it for people like me and you, and that is yet to be seen. But the fact that one, they're trying, and the fact that two, it says Playmates in association with Hasbro is doing this, Mind you, Hasbro very clearly does not give a fuck. Hasbro had to split with Netflix in order to get this 30th season, and once and always, Hasbro does not give a shit about Power Rangers. Playmates said, hey, somebody in the Playmates meeting says, how are we gonna get kids to know what Power Rangers is? And they said, hey, let's partner with Hasbro to do this. Playmates is a toy company. They are not who does the show, but they're the people partnering to enhance season 1 of the show. I think that's a bad sign, but I hope it leads to something more. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not ride or die for Hasbro. Like, they're just a gigantic company and they can go do whatever they want and fuck off, and I'm not gonna, like, it's not that kind of thing. I just think a lot of people are looking at this from 30-year-old childless point of view. And I just wanted to give you a different point of view that wasn't that, as someone who is interacted with more kids than just my own. Because like I said, obviously she's going to know what this is. There's a Macy's Thanksgiving Parade float that's just the Red Ranger. And that to people is just the Red Ranger. To some people, that's the only Red Ranger.
1 to the kidney, 2 to the dome. That's left, right, go. Got a roadie for the brunch and a panic for the show. That's left, right, go. Got a big new